High up in the mountains of Longji province, a dragon sleeps. Its backbone forms the Longshen Terraces, carved out of the mountainside long before Columbus ever reached America. For centuries, the Zhuang people lived in almost total obscurity, harvesting their crop of rice each year on land no one else would cultivate. Until they were discovered by the tourist industry. Overnight, the dragon's backbone became one of the top 10 scenic spots in all of China. And that has changed everything. Tourist dollars give the locals access to all the things they've dreamed about. But only if they have something the tourists need. Like a hotel, or a restaurant. But where does a poor farmer get that kind of capital? Many villagers have left to work in coastal factories and send money home. The few who've stayed are mostly older folk who can't get hired on assembly lines. The women carry tourist luggage up the endless steps to the hotels atop the terraces. It's brutally steep, hot, and they have to fight for every bag. The men do the construction work. They build everything by hand. No power tools. And not a single nail. In 2002, there were 3 guest houses in this tiny village. Now, there are over 300. Longshen will never look the same. But it's more than just appearances. All over China, 2 worlds are colliding. On the one hand, newly wealthy Chinese with their cable cars, well-dressed children, city shoes, and a lifestyle that is completely baffling to their rural counterparts. A week's wages to get your feet cleaned by a bunch of fish. But those same villagers are still prepared to work extraordinarily hard to get their hands on some of that newfangled stuff. For themselves and for their children. Even if they're not sure exactly what it all means. But modernization comes at a price. Families separated by too many miles for too many years. And Longshen no longer has enough water to go around. All those tourists are drinking the fields dry. Ironically, locals are now so busy earning tourist dollars that they no longer have time to plant the fields, which is exactly what the tourists have come to see. Rui remembers life before the tourists arrived and is determined to do whatever it takes to become a part of China's newfound prosperity. 4 generations of Rui's extended family live under the same roof. Her dad, mom, his dad, the family patriarch, her 2 children, and several relatives. Rui's husband works in a factory on the coast. They only see him for 1 week a year, but they're hoping he'll be home for good in 2026. Here's the family plan. Ri's father is building a hotel. Her mother takes care of the grandchildren and cooks. And Ri carries tourist bags to help pay for it all and helps out with household chores. They never stop working and live very frugally. Though she can't help buying modern toys for the children now and then. Ri's grandfather is 81. He spends his day playing with his grandchildren, tending the fire, and enjoying the occasional cartoon. He hardly ever speaks. What must he think of this brave new world his great-grandchildren are growing up in?